Buy of the day. We're gonna give you a look at our today's special. So these are actually called our Samsung Level Active Wireless Earphones. We have our own configuration that you can't find anywhere else on the market. So we are including for you a case. We are also going to include for you a subscription to Pandora One for a limited time, about 30 days, and also to Transparent Language. We'll talk to you a little bit about that. But we have the lowest price in the nation. These are new, these are their latest and greatest. They are wireless, which is ideal because now you don't have to be tethered to your cell phone or tethered to your computer or tethered to your tablets. This is the lowest price anywhere. Our bundle is exclusive. We have exclusive colors. I'll cover them for you in a matter of moments. You're gonna get it at home for under $23 plus tax because we're sharing them with you on FlexPay, and they're with free shipping and handling today. Now let me tell you why you'll appreciate it. You're going to appreciate them. I have them around my neck and I want you to see them because they are very different. When you look at these active headphones, even if you don't go to the gym or even if you're not a jogger, this very soft, very lightweight silicone can wrap around your ear. There are actually two different ways that you can wear them. But they stay on. This portion, which is nice and thin and lightweight, goes around the back of your neck. So if it's hands-free calling, because the main way I see you using these is actually with taking your phone calls. These earphones are not like regular earphones that all you would listen to maybe is a movie, like on your cell phone or your tablet, or you listen to your music. You literally can take your phone calls. So think about that. From up to 30 feet away, let's say you get home from work, you put your handbag downstairs, but you're upstairs and your phone is ringing. Now you don't have to go run downstairs to take the call. You can take the call right from your earphones or wherever you are. If you live in a city or state where it's against the law, especially to drive, you know, with a cell phone up to your ear, you have to be hands-free. These are gonna be great. But I think in this new modern world, most of us don't want to be tethered to anything. So whether it's our cell phone or you're watching your tablet, maybe you're in a doctor's office and you wanna watch a movie or see something funny on Facebook or watch a YouTube video, or perhaps you're in a train or a plane or even in your office where you might be sharing a cubicle, the privacy that this gives you so that we can use all of these electronic devices that we all have. I think most of us have a cell phone at minimum, and many of us have cell phones, tablets, computers, even your televisions now have a Bluetooth feature which will allow you to be able to listen on your own without having the music or without having the sound where everyone else can hear it. So these are their latest and greatest. These are new to the market. I'm gonna cover the colors for you. We've got the best value at the lowest price. We have white. I'm gonna hold them up for you so they can see. The white is the most transparent of them all. And I think it's the most limited, so you can see it's nice and clear. You could barely see the white, so you might prefer that. God bless you. Bill Duggan, who's my guest, has a little bit of a sneeze there. You have the black choice. The black choice is always very popular. Everyone loves that one, so that's great. We have it in a nice blue.
Exclusive blue.
Yeah, so if you love that one, you can order that one. I believe this one, it's hard for me to see, is purple. Purple. And then, of course, I have the black in my hand. If you have any questions, give us a call. But because it's our finest value of the day, we can only present it today and today only. One quick thing that I want you to know is that although these are Samsung wireless active headphones, you can use them with any name brand, tablet, TV, phone, anything.
Exactly.
So it doesn't have to be a Samsung device. It could be any device. It will work. And this really is Bill, and Bill is one of our electronic experts, and it's great to have you here.
Glad to be here.
I wanted to take the time to explain it because oftentimes when we think of earphones and headphones, we just think of connecting it to listen to whatever audio. But this is more than that. They are sweat-proof, they're waterproof, but the design is something similar to what we wear on professional television.
Right.
And it's great because most people complain about their earphones and headphones kind of falling out of their ear. This is a barely there. They're so beautifully lightweight, and because they wrap around your ear, you're not fussing with them all day long, you know?
They're always right there. And as Marla was talking about, talking about. These work with Android or Apple, your phones and your tablets. And if you've heard the news, Apple is getting rid of their phone jack. So you can't plug in a headphone jack into the new phones. So you need to have a wireless experience.
But we don't want to plug in anyway, do we?
No, if you don't have to, why?
Think about
because
it.
you can only get this far away, and then you have to deal with the tangled mess. And the thing is, it's not just the music that's on our phone, it's the audio, it's the voicemails, it's the calls. But at the end of the day, we like to have a little jam every once in a while, right? But you know, Auntie Marlo might be, not now, kids, not today. And you know, it's the phone calls. But what do? You just turn on those headphones, and before you know it, all that audio that's filling the coffee room, it's quiet.
Yes.
So now you have quiet in the back seat of the car. I want to go shuffle through my catalog. Guess what? I have all my controls right up here. So I can just double tap. It gives me a whole different song. It gives me tons of options, pause and play. But more importantly, I'm not plugged into this device. I have 250 hours of standby. They've made these lighter in weight, more relaxed, more comfortable, but also, look at this. These are sweat and water resistant, so if you happen to get them wet or sweat a little bit while you're working out in the yard or even, you know, cleaning out the garage or working in the kitchen, these will continue to give you amazing audio.
I want to show a couple of things. I know we've got a model that's wearing them, and I want you to see how she looks. It doesn't matter if you have long hair or short hair, but you can see, if you look very carefully, you can see that little unit that wraps around your ear. It's really lightweight and it's very soft. But you'll notice that that little strap goes right around your neck, so you won't even know. She could be anywhere. Like I said, she could be in a business office, she could be in a lobby. Believe it or not, she could be at work or even at a library. She could be on a plane. Anywhere you are now going to now be able to listen to your audio, watch a movie, whatever it is that you want to do, and now have the contents of what you're hearing in your earphones. And you're not tethered, you're not tied to a device, which is something that I personally love. I've owned a design like this for at least 3 years now. When these first came out to the market, most of the headphones and earphones that people own now still have the cable where you're connected. Well, think about it. You don't want to be tied to a device. You want to be able to put that device down and go get a snack, go get something to drink, go to the restroom, go upstairs, go downstairs, and you'll still be able to listen to whatever it is that you're listening to, besides the fact that these now give you the ability to answer your phone. I was talking to Rebecca, who did my makeup today. She's one of our makeup artists. And I explained to her, she's like, well, I don't need any headphones. And I go, well, wouldn't you like to be doing my makeup? Or if you're a hairdresser or a barber, wouldn't you love to be able to multitask and not have to answer a phone or pick it up? Hands-free, you can take your phone calls from this because it has a built-in microphone. And when I told her that, she goes, I never knew that they could do that. I'm like, absolutely, that's the #1 reason why people want to pick these up. So these are new to the market. They're Samsung's latest and greatest. The retail value, by the way, is almost double the price, so $200. Today, they're $89.95 with free shipping, and if you'd love to order, $22.49. So Bill is showing us a nice tablet, a Samsung tablet that we have. But reminding you, it could be a Samsung tablet, it could be any tablet that you may have.
And that's just it. And what you were hearing, too, was the audio. I mean, don't want to bother Aunt Marlo, don't want to bother people on my coffee break, but I was watching a movie. I was playing that video game. And they all have audio. They all got music. They all got get you excited, right? But what you'll notice, now it's quiet. I want to pause it. I can pause it from right here. I want to get up from my tablet. I don't want to be tied down because, you know, oh, I want to see what's going on outside the window. Oh, I want to pause and play. I can control that tablet, control that music, take that telephone call from 30 feet away from that device. So that device, remember, it is your tablet. It is your smartphone. It is your laptop. You're sitting at work. You're a student. You want to take that lesson because, you know, the instructor's teaching that course. I don't have to be plugged in. Just like she is right there, she's comfortable, but she's not tethered to the device. She has the ability to get up and move around and chase the kids and fold the laundry. I mean, this really does speak to everybody. We were talking about my dad earlier. He loves to watch TV. He doesn't even talk on the phone. He loves to watch TV, but he likes to listen to it very loud.
That's my dad used to.
And the thing is, and it's like, do us all a favor. It's like, Dad, put on your headphones. All he has to do is turn them on. Once you pair it once, it stays that way. And what you're seeing right here, Samsung's giving us 2 different ways to wear it, whether it's over your ear or that in-ear hook, which is great.
Nice.
So this is where Samsung gives us options, which is really important. Because there's other audio companies out there.
There's only one option.
Yeah, just hit one option, and they only focus on audio. What Samsung is giving us is audio with technology, with form, with function, all in this new footprint, new design, weeks on the market, not even 4 weeks, not even a full month on the market. The touchpad, the stabilizing wingtips, as Marlo keeps emphasizing, that microphone, which is amazing to take those telephone calls and clearly take those calls. Do you have problems hearing sometimes people on your headset? Or, you know, you have to crank up the volume, or you hear those kids in the car and they're cranking up the volumes on this? Or some people even like to wear these, but guess what?
Oh, no.
They're hard to travel with. They
Mess up
get
your hair.
heavy.
Pinch your, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no
And
way.
they're more expensive versus what you're getting tonight.
I believe, now this is what I just personally believe, because I've had the other versions. I think we all have. And my goodness, if you're still getting these off of the kiosk
Right.
and the checkout line, there's a much better way. Just the sound quality on this is minuscule compared to what you're going to get out of these. But you're gonna love the freedom. I know it's a very different way of thinking of earphones and headphones, but it's one that's very modern. And I know that you'll love them because this is what I use. Maybe you are a runner or a jogger, or you're on an elliptical and you're exercising. Any of the stretching that you're doing, remember, they're designed to stay put. And they have that barely there, very lightweight feel, so they don't even pinch your ears. The colors are wonderful. I want to go over the colors for you, reminding you, best value. We're going to be showing you the if purchased separately in a matter of moments. So your choices are white, which is a nice, clear design. So if if you're very sophisticated and you just don't want any color, you want it to be very transparent, and go ahead and get the white. That's been very popular and most limited. We have it in the black. We have it in blue, and then we also have it in purple. So we've got all the great colors that you love, but take a look at what this will cost. And so we want to be able to bring to you not only the latest and the greatest, but also a better value. So in stores, you'll be able to find these. They're not readily available everywhere because they're hot off the press, just a few short weeks, but they will sell for $99.99. Now already we're $10 under that price, plus we're with free shipping and handling, but we're also giving you a chance to try to learn a new language with an online 3-month course. That is valued at $89.95. And Pandora, that way you get to listen to some of your favorite musicians and artists. We're gonna give you a 1-month subscription to that. And we also give you that carrying case. And that's an almost $9 value. You won't get that everywhere else. So if you were to get everything that we're including today in our today's special, it would be over $200. Instead, it's less than what you will pay for them. And what a great time to upgrade. Maybe you own the old school headphones that are heavy and clunky, and good luck with trying to run on a treadmill with those and keeping those on your head, right? Right? Or you own one of these that might have come with your tablets. A lot of times when they're tablet packages, they give you earbuds and earphones that come with tablets and cell phones. I will tell you, the wonderful thing about these is that they work with every brand and virtually every device. So Bill mentioned televisions. If you have a new modern television, it will work with your television. It's nice, because if you like the television cranked up, but the wife doesn't, or whomever is with you that doesn't, you can sit in there, honey, no one will even know you're in the room. They won't hear a thing. A lot of people are very sensitive to noise.
Yeah.
You and I work shift hours. You know, sometimes you get home really late, or you want to sleep in. It's really nice. You know, in this world of electronics that we love and embrace, sometimes a little bit of silence is golden. You know, so whether you're at a salon where you want to get your nails done, you don't want the person next to you having their music played out loud on their device, because you just want some quiet time. Right. Here's a way to be respectful. Here's a way to be able to answer your cell phones, to be able to drive in your cars in those states where you're required to have hands-free. Right. And it connects to every device. So you're in great shape if you invest in these, but it is our 1 day and 1 day only value. I hope that you're on the phone lines grabbing them.
And realize how feature-rich these are. It is that Bluetooth wireless experience, works with Android, Apple, tablet, smartphone, really the list goes on. And the cool part about it is if you give it as a gift, you don't have to know what device they have, because it'll work with it. Built-in microphone. Look at that hours of standby, 250 hours. Charge it up. You don't have to go to the gym for days before you'd have to recharge them, which is great. And then you also have that splash and sweat resistant. So maybe you want to soak in the tub, but you're afraid you might sweat or get a little moisture in there from the condensation. Don't worry about it. You can still take that telephone call, listen to your music and the audiobook. It is comfortable. And remember, This is the latest version. It just came out. We've made it sweeter of a deal in terms of giving you that hard-sided case, the chance to try Pandora, and then even transparent, which is great because oh, right over here. So see, I'm learning one of 100 different languages. That's why it's a $90 value. But what you're also hearing is you're hearing that audio. But I want to remind you how easy it is to pair. I just hold down the power button right over there, and before you know it, all this audio, it's going to be quiet. It's going to be. Did you hear that? It's now silent. So now I'm silently learning. I'm silently hearing that movie and audiobook.
That's the best.
And the thing is, that little bit of serenity, it's golden whether you're giving them to someone or whether it's for you, because you paid for that course, you paid for that audiobook and that movie. You want to be able to hear it.
Absolutely. And you know, that's the, like I said, that's the world that we live in today. Yeah. I know for me, I have an iPhone. My great niece came to work with me on Monday because we did kind of a holiday photo shoot. And she's only 3, so it's hard for her to sit, you know, for long periods of time. I quickly downloaded Frozen as fast as I possibly could, just so they can have a sanity. And it was nice that she was able to sit quietly and watch the movie from my cell phone with some headphones. And you think about your children, you know, think about all the doctor's appointments and places where we need to wait. Or if you're going to be traveling at all, we're getting ready to get into the holiday season, busiest holiday season where you have layovers. You're next to someone, you know, the airlines now, the seats are so tight and so small. You're next to someone, but you want to, you know, watch a movie, or you want to listen to your music, or you want to get on the internet and you might see a video. And so this gives you the ability, no matter where you are, to be very discreet and to also have the extra leverage of being able to take your phone calls. And that is how I use mine most often. I am a music lover, but I actually love mine so that when I'm driving home or I'm in my car driving, I can take my phone calls and I don't have to have my cell phone up to my ear all the time. I like that I'm completely hands-free. And the fact that this is sweat resistant is terrific, because if you are working out, it's designed so that it fits on your ear. It doesn't pinch your ear. It's lightweight, but it stays put. It's not flopping all over the place. So if you're a very active version, this is Samsung's version for that person that is on the move, that walks, that jogs, that's a speed walker, that's on the elliptical. But even if you're not, maybe you never get to the gym and that's not your thing, but you like the idea of having this design where you never have to worry about it tangling and being all over the place, then choose it. It is our finest value of the day. We've mentioned a couple of things. We've talked about your cell phones, any cell phone, any name brand. We've talked about your tablets, any brand tablets, but also your television. Think about it. If you can't sleep at night and you want to watch a little television, but your partner or your spouse is a little sensitive to noise, you don't have to disturb them at all. You can have these on, they won't even hear, and you can be watching television. And Bill is going to explain that a little bit more now, right, Bill? This is a wonderful thing that people don't think about, right?
They don't, because audio is in all parts of our lives. Like, I left my tablet running on the table. I'm going to pause it from 30 feet away, so I'm not going to miss any of my movie. But more importantly, whether it's a tablet, whether it's your smartphone, whether it's the big screen TV, the laptop, all of these things have Bluetooth technology, and I don't have to be plugged in. I don't have to be this close to the TV. I can get 30 feet away, listen to that great audio, because guess what? It's paired with the television. It's easy to set this up. That's why Samsung is such a leader in this industry, because it's about audio, but it's also about technology. It works with all the different devices. And Marla, you painted such a pretty picture, because how many times have we been there where it's like, you know what? I can't listen to this music right now. There's company around, or I'm waiting for the airplane. And every time they take these out and put them on, they're gonna think, thanks, Auntie Kathy, for passing these along to me, because I use them. And when I bought my first set, I was like, they're a little expensive. But guess what? I realize I use them all the time. They're worth their weight in gold. I'm gonna pause this, because how can I do that? I don't have to touch my phone. I don't have to go back to the TV. I can control it from the headphones that are sitting comfortably on my ear. And you even forget they're on your ear because they are so lightweight and manageable. But since we're done over here, I wanna go back to my movie that's playing over there on the cell table, and look how I can turn it on. It's easy, one quick button. I just go like this, from 30 feet away, I start that movie, I have great audio. And the thing is, that's what Samsung gives us. Tons of options, tons of technology, but more importantly, it's technology that we use.
Yeah.
If it's too crazy and intimidating and un-user-friendly, we wouldn't be accessing it.
No, for sure. It's got to be easy.
You can manage this one.
I think that's the #1 requirement is ease of use. And it's interesting because, you know, you have to rethink the way that you've always thought about headphones. The way that Bill is describing it is that these headphones, in some way, act as your remote control. Because you can start and stop your movies from up to 30 feet away, if you can imagine, just by pressing the buttons. You can answer your phone calls because it has built-in microphones built in this, so you can talk to the person. So let's say you're at home and you're in the middle of baking something. I was walking down the hallways. Did you smell those brownies? Oh my gosh, our whole studio smells like the most delicious brownies.
Do you get to work with him tomorrow?
On Friday. Is that Chef
Friday?
Curtis Stone?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they're preparing for Chef Curtis Stone, and obviously brownies are gonna be a part of the show. It smells like a brownie factory here. My point is, I don't even know what I was making. Oh, if you've got flour all over your hands, or you're covered, or you're busy doing something, I kind of lost my train of thought there.
It happens.
My point here is that you can be hands-free. You could be busy talking on the phone the whole time. You remember back in the day when you're holding the phone like this, and you're trying to bake or cook or put your ingredients, right? Or you're doing this one,
I'm cooking.
this number, and you're trying to cook, or you got your baby, or you're trying to write something. Imagine never having to do that again.
Yeah.
Because the cable, and I want you to see the cable, it's a very flat cable, so it's not round like these traditional cables. And the reason why that's a benefit for you and why it's important is because it's less likely to tangle. So if you've ever had this mess, and I think we all have, my goodness. And I don't know about your ears, but one size doesn't fit all. Most of these earbuds come in one size. We give you 3 different size tips, believe it or not, the inside of our ears. Some have small, some have medium, some have large. You can customize them completely. There are 2 different ways. If you don't like the around the ear design, there's another way for you to be able to wear these earphones. I mean, they really are top of the line. They are new. They are the latest and the greatest. We've got a better value than anyone else on the market, lowest price. So if you love them and you want to upgrade and you're not satisfied, even on your computer when you're at home, you know, you think about, I can't tell you, sometimes I'm doing work and then I want to go check Facebook, and then I'm on Facebook seeing what my friends are doing, and then some video comes up that I want to see the video, and somebody's dancing or somebody's singing. You know what I mean? It's kind of organically integrated in our lives, so we kind of need to have something like this.
And the thing is, she can get up anytime from the computer, not have to unplug, go get a cup of coffee, go, you know, answer the front door, because this is really that true evolution. And here's a great way to sum it up. This is tangled, plugged in, and guess what? If these got moisture on them, they're done. They're broken. You have to go get a new one. These larger ones that people wear to the gym, they're not made for the gym. They're not made for that moisture. But you know which one is made to be sweat resistant and water resistant? It's what you're getting tonight from Samsung. This can actually get a little bit damp and resist that moisture, resist that sweat, and guess what? At the end of the day, you're still getting great, amazing audio because you're not sacrificing anything. And why is that little advancement great? Because, you know, you're talking about, you're busy, you're out in the yard, you're cooking. My mom, just the other day, yesterday actually, I called her and she had these on because I sent her a pair, and she took my phone call. The phone was in the kitchen and she heard me calling. I'm like, what's up, Mom? And she's like, oh, I'm looking at the painter. He's on the ladder. And she didn't have to run in and get her phone. It was sunny. It was 85 degrees outside. So we had a great conversation. And the thing is, she was still able to do weeding. She was still able to get stuff done in the yard, get stuff done in the house. So if you've given gifts to everyone else in the family for summer and birthdays and graduations, this is the perfect one for you as well. Because my mom, who again doesn't listen to a lot of movies and music and games, but she's always on the phone, this works for her too.
Oh my gosh, just for your cell phone alone, you'll love it. So reminding everybody about the colors, we have it in white, the most limited choice. And I really like the white a lot. But we also have it in the black, and we have blue, and we have the purple. So all the colors still remain, but this is a one-day only value. We're gonna ship it to you with free shipping, and it's only $22.49. By the way, Samsung is one of the most elite brand names when it comes to electronics. You guys know that already. They're 2 big players, right? When it comes to cell phones and these types of devices, and it's gonna be the Apple and the Samsung. The nice thing about these Samsung is that they work with Apple, and they work with every name brand and in between. But let's talk about our exclusive configuration, because just these headphones, these are the active ones. These are the ones that everybody is going to be clamoring to upgrade to because they're wireless. They're going to take your phone calls. They even do some cool things if you have a Samsung phone, but we won't get into that. You'll get all of that information here. But that Pandora one for a month. If you've not tried Pandora, it's going to be a great way to introduce yourself to this wonderful music channel, personalized music. They've got comedy, and you kind of tailor it to what you like. So we're going to give you a 1-month subscription to that, which is nice. Also, the transparent language. Now, this one I think is rockstar cool. Number one, it's worth almost $90. But you can learn a new language or have exposure to over 100 different languages, easily learn at home or on the go, scientifically proven teaching methodology, and real life expression. So maybe you're gonna be going abroad. Maybe you're going to Europe or Italy or to Spain. How nice that for 3 months at your leisure, whenever you want, as often as you'd like, you're gonna be able to get that 3-month course. So that comes included. That's an $89 value. Your Pandora is included. The case we give you, so when you don't have your headphones, you now have a nice case. It has a nice kind of hard-sided to a degree, a nice zipper so that you can house them, put them in your briefcase, your handbag. By the way, 5,000 have been been sold, I should say. And then, of course, you've got the latest and the greatest. You will love them. They're for any age. I know a lot of young people constantly have their earphones and headphones, but I'm not so young. And this is the style that I really love. The first set I purchased, I bought the kind that you plug in. And I'm here to tell you, if you can, don't buy that kind anymore. You know why? Most of the newer devices, even Apple just recently announced, right, that they're getting away from the plug-in device. So you want to have the modern way to wirelessly connect to any and everything. So that's why I've been saying upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. If you're still plugging in, don't. We live in a world where we can be anywhere up to 30 feet away and even pause the video, pause the song, take the phone call, talk. It has a built-in microphone. I know, it's hard to imagine, right? Because if you've never experienced this, Rebecca didn't know. She was like, wait a minute, it has a speaker? I was like, it has a speaker. Like if somebody called me, I'd have that in my ear. You probably would, it'd be funny because most of the time if you've got a little bit of longer hair and you're walking around in the supermarket, people probably will think you're talking to yourself. Don't you think? Because they're pretty discreet.
It happens. I mean, even if you're sitting at your desk and you want to listen to a little music, it's tucked underneath your hair.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when we think of headphones, we think of this. Your ear has to be this shape. You have to be that close. It has to be a tangled mess. That's why this is an advancement. It has the microphone built in. I don't know if you remember, you saw that video of the model sitting there.
Yes.
She was reading a magazine. But she was reading a magazine and listening to music because her phone or her music library was on the desk or 30 feet away. So you really get the best of all worlds in terms of being able to read that magazine, but take your telephone calls. It's an advancement. And I want to remind everyone, you have this over-the-ear hook, but what has Samsung done? Samsung has given us, again, more options. So I'm going to pop this in my ear over here because, oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. I want to pop this in my ear so you can see how the 2 different ways you can wear it. You wear it either over your ear, just like that, or you can actually wear it in your ear. You see how it's nice and discreet? So it stays in place. It doesn't even have that hook. That is Samsung giving us options. That's one of the many reasons why this new technology, it's worth picking it up today. And another thing we haven't even been able to talk about, like Marlo mentioned, there's other options you could do with your Apple phone and your Android phone. If you ever wanted to ask Siri a question, but you didn't want to dig out your phone, guess what? You can actually just tap that active control and ask Siri a question. Ask, you know, your Android to set an alarm. I mean, it really does give you a lot of flexibility.
Well, enjoy. We've got 2 minutes remaining on the clock. I believe that this is going to be the only Samsung level Active Today special wireless headphones that we'll have for the year.
It might be the last headphones for the year.
Last headphones for the year. And you're gonna need them. Once Christmas time rolls around and you see all the cool tablets and all the new phones and all the newer televisions that are gonna be coming out, you're gonna say, gosh, I wish I had those. Reminding you it's gonna work with all the latest technology. And everything is so integrated and immersive. So that's why I love these for you. You don't have this long dangly cord.
Right.
You don't have to be plugged into anything and only limited to the length of that cable or that cord. This is nice and flat. It's barely there. It won't tangle. It won't get caught up in your hair and pull your hair. Even if you decide to wear them over the ear, which is the way that I love to wear it, you can tell it's nice and soft and smooth. It doesn't pinch. It's very lightweight. It's really flexible. But you don't have to wear it that way. You can remove that portion and just put this insert in your ear. We do give you the tips that you need so that you can customize it. And then you just choose the color that you love. Long battery life, over 5 hours, so you'll love this. You'll wear these every single day. Maybe you take the train, maybe you commute to work, maybe you're a college student, maybe during your lunch break, you just want to listen to the music that you've downloaded on your phone. Maybe you do like to go to the gym, and I know when I go to the gym, music is a big motivator, you know? So you want to put these in when you're at the gym, you've got your cell phone, and you're rocking out, getting motivated. So remember, this is the active design. They're sweat resistant, they're water resistant, which is nice. And when it starts to get really cold and you have to have a hat on and a scarf on, you're gonna love that these are kind of barely there in your ear and you can take your phone calls with your, you know, without having to reach into your handbag. So we're gonna wrap up our presentation. If you'd like our finest value of the day, brand new, our Samsung level active headphones, they're all yours at the lowest price in the country. Bill is gonna be coming back. We've got a great TV we're gonna be sharing with you. We've got a cable that's a smart cable that will make your television even better. That and more after the break.
Join me, Amy Morrison, and join me, Colleen Lopez, for Gotta Watch Thursdays!
Gotta Watch Thursdays have you covered from head to toe. Join me for Beauty Report and meet our panel of beauty experts. They bump your beauty routine into the next level. Start with makeup artist Trish McAvoy. She's got a classic fall look. Then, we get nails with top fashion manicurist Deborah Lippman. Plastic surgeon Dr. Sevenor finds solutions to your skincare and transport and transform yourself in style on the list with Colleen Lopez. Curation's Caravan's next stop is Santa Fe, New Mexico. Get the ultimate global-inspired look with this printed maxi dress or skirt. And be sure to stand out with the faux suede fringe jacket by Diego De Luca. Don't forget, all show products are on special pricing, and all beauty products are also on free shipping and handling. Join us starting at 7 p.m. on Thursday.
The Trish McAvoy line is very well edited, very easy to apply, effortless. Effortless beauty means putting yourself together, knowing that you've picked the right pieces. I always have the products that make a difference. Tools are always ignored, and I think they're so important. The power of makeup transforms. The power of makeup is what I do.
Happy Hump Day, everybody.
I forgot it was Wednesday. I
You
love
forgot?
that. Totally.
Well, my name is Marlo, and I'm your host, and this is the amazing Lori Leland, who is one of our electronic experts, and she's actually one of our phone experts. We're going to be giving you a chance to shop with one of my favorite phones. If you guys were with me during Host Pick over the summer, this was actually one of my Host Picks. It is a customer pick. I think, again, it's just my opinion, I think it's one of the best phones that we've ever offered, and here's why. I love the larger screen phones. I never thought that I would be one of those people that would love these big screen phones. I do.
Right.
This is 5.5 inch. So it's wonderful. But look at the quality. I mean, here I've got the movie Frozen. You can see that Lori just kind of is opening up a number of applications. This is called our no contract J7 smartphone, and it has a 13 megapixel camera. Now, you know most cameras only have 5 to 7. So already at the top, this is something special. The package that we put together is a $352 value, but let me just give you an idea of the if purchased separately out the gate. Because the phone alone costs $234 with the 1-month Boost Mobile service voucher. $234. So you know this is like a really great phone. Now our price break, we've got the lowest price in the entire country at $149.95 with free shipping. And it's on 5 flexible payments for under $30. First things first, no credit check. You don't have to sign a contract with this. You own this phone outright. You know how expensive phones can be if you shop in traditional brick and mortar store. They're several $100s. I mean, an average cell phone, if you go into a store, is $400 and $500.
True.
And that's on the conservative side. Some cell phones are like $800, like more than what you pay for a computer. The only thing and only decision you have to make with this is what color case, because we give you the charger for your car. We give you the case, and I want to cover that for you because that's the only decision that you have to make. We have it in the blue, we have it in the black, we have it for you in the frost, and then we also have it for you in the pink. Okay, in the pink, only 30 remaining. So if you'd love to have that, order early. And I have to talk about this $35 unlimited. And here's where I'd love for Lori to step in, because the reason why this is a customer pick is not only is it an amazing phone, and one that even if you're a phone snob or you really just like the one that has like all the bells and whistles, you'll love this. But it's the ability to be able to save possibly a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah.
So I kind of touched Lori on the fact that this is no contract. You don't have, there's no credit check. You literally own the phone.
Own it outright.
But how does the monthly bill and the monthly service work?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that. There's no contract, there are no fees, there's no obligation. So basically what you're gonna do is get home probably the nicest phone we have ever offered.
I think so.
This is octa-core processing, one of the nicest screens. I'm gonna go into a lot more detail in just a moment, but take a look at that Boost Mobile Advantage. So Marlo already teased you with this. No contract, no credit check, no hidden fees. Really, you're not stuck with service you don't like as a Boost Mobile customer. Yes, you own this phone outright. Now, the plans start as little as $30 a month, and that is for unlimited everything, talk, text, and data. So check this out. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited data, and 1 gig of that 4G LTE lightning fast data is only $30 a month. And that drops down to $25 a month if you put it on a major credit card and do auto pay every single month.
Okay, stop right there.
Really, really affordable service.
Because when you talk about $35 a month, how much do you pay a month for your cell phone?
Right?
No, I'm serious.
Hundreds, some of us.
Some people are paying $90. Some are even paying over $100 a month. So think about the amount, if you're paying over $100 a month for your cell phone bill, you could be saving $70 a month. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Over the course of 12 months.
Like, that's another whole vacation for you and your family, for some families.
Which is why so many people are making the switch. So anywhere from $35 to $25, and we're going to explain that a little bit further. But you get everything.
You get everything. And this is really the nicest phone probably we've ever offered in our history here at HSN. It's the Samsung Galaxy J7. So a flagship phone. If you're stepping up today from one of those little tiny screens, a lot of us might not have realized how much we like a bigger screen. Like you said, Marlo, this is a 5.5-inch screen. So nearly a half of a foot of screen. And this is a super AMOLED high definition screen, the nicest screen we offer here at HSN.
I love it.
By far. I mean, it's a high definition everything. So even out in bright sunlight, it's gonna look amazing. So if you care about quality, if you want something that is unsurpassed in terms of the cameras that you're getting, your front camera here, do you know what it is? I know you know. It's 5 megapixels. That's crazy. That's as nice as most rear-facing cameras. The rear-facing camera on this phone, 13 megapixels with a flash. So when we talk about really taking some of the most beautiful pictures of your entire lifetime, being able to share instantly, this is octa-core processing. So you always hear us sing the praises of, oh, it's got dual core or 4 cores. That's 2 or 4 brains. This has 8 brains. So consider it's like an 8-lane highway, simply meaning getting there is going to be faster. So everything you're doing, you've got all these great applications working, you're in and out, you're going to be able to do it all faster. It's more efficient. It's a more smooth computing experience right in the palm of your hand.
One of the things I need you to know is that if you're making the switch, you can keep your existing phone number.
Yes.
And I like to say that as early as possible because I know that's important to many of you. If you've had your telephone number for a number of years, you can keep your existing phone number. Rotating at the bottom of the screen are just some of the reviews. There are hundreds of reviews. It is a huge customer pick. You will not be disappointed. I mean, if you need a new phone, if you are just kind of done with the traditional way of getting a cell phone, signing those contracts, getting those expensive monthly bills, you're done. You're like, I'm finally done. I'm over it. But you definitely want a great phone. This is your chance. And let me give you an idea, because sometimes numbers are important. Over 8,800 have been ordered. We have the final 1,000 remaining. That's how many people have purchased it. It's the bomb. Out of all the phones that we've ever offered, this is the one that I would recommend to you, my mom, my sister, for me, or for anyone. This is the one that I love. We don't have anything that's close to this. And the price on this is pretty amazing. I think about all the young people, the teenagers that have begged for phones, right? Or that you'd want to give a phone. They may lose it, they may drop it, that, you know, they may have overage charges. Here's an opportunity for you, very affordable to be able to have unlimited access, but to have all of those upgrades. We're looking at 4G LTE speeds. Why is that important to us?
That's super important because everything you're doing, if you're downloading movies, if you're streaming music, you want it to be a smooth experience. So 4G LTE simply refers to the speed at which you're gonna have data with this phone. And keep in mind, no matter which plan you select, it's all unlimited. So unlimited talking every single month. Wow. Unlimited texting every month. Unlimited data every month.
Wow.
Never
the data
ends.
part is huge. huge.
It never ends. Now, the $30 a month plan gives you up to 1 gigabyte of high-speed data, which for most people is going to be perfectly adequate. But if you're in the car, if you're doing turn-by-turn GPS navigation, you're going to have a blast with the higher plan, and that's $50 a month for unlimited high-speed data. This is the only company that I know of in the business doing unlimited 4G LTE lightning fast data in an unlimited package that literally drops down to $45 if you put this on a credit card with reoccurring payments every month. It is really unheard of. It's a great kept secret in the industry, but you're going to love Boost Mobile because they give you more than others. Let me show you as an example. So if you want to start with that month of service, that's the $30 plan, and we are giving you $35. So you're getting more than a month of service free right out of the box with this. Keep in mind, your music streaming never counts against your high-speed data. So on that 1 gig plan, this is called data-free music. You can stream your music using iHeartRadio, some of the most popular apps like Pandora, Slacker Radio, Samsung Milk Music. Some of these apps, it doesn't even count against that 1 gig of high-speed data. So you can stream music all day, every day, all month long, and still maintain that 1 gigabyte of high-speed data to do other things that you want to do. And if you put this on a credit card with reoccurring payments, it's only $25 a month.
Well, if you'd like it,
Such a good deal.
I'm recommending that you go to the phone lines. Don't miss it. It's under $30. I've mentioned to you that we are very limited with almost 9,000 people that have ordered. Make the switch. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Get it at home. Put it in your hand. I know for some of you, you might be a little bit hesitant because maybe you've only owned some of the smaller flip phones and that sort of thing. And I get it, because when I initially saw some of the larger phones, I go, there's just no way.
Right,
like
right.
I even went so far as to say, that's just silly, until I got one. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. And now I'd never go for a smaller phone. Although you've got a larger screen, it's very lightweight and it feels really good in your hand. And the fact that you can do everything imaginable, you know, when you think about it, our tablets are great, our computers are wonderful, but most of us are accessing and using our cell phones more often. You're surfing the internet.
Sure.
You're sitting and receiving emails from your cell phones. It's kind of like your mini tablet, your mini computer. So you want a nice one.
You want the nicest money can buy.
Absolutely.
That
And
really fits within your price range. That's this one.
well, that's why I think this is such a win for everyone, and why I'm telling you, I so strongly recommend this. Because when you think about the offer, even if you get the highest plan of $50 a month, if you're paying more than $50 a month, then you might as well go ahead and make the switch to this, because guys, it's gonna be unlimited everything. You'll never have to worry about an overage, anything, a text this, or anything. So go for it. If you're a gamer,
Oh, so
my
much fun.
God.
I'm
Look
so
at
bad
the
at this.
colors and how vivid they are.
Oh, it's so crisp. I mean, look at this
Wow,
gaming
it's almost like
experience.
3D.
It is like 3D. The pictures that you take look like 3D. All of the videos that you shoot,
You're pretty
1080p,
good,
high
Lori.
definition. Girl, I'm like trying to practice at it. I am not a good gamer, but I love to try. I love to play games on my phone. And when you have that larger screen, it makes it so,
Wow.
well, that wasn't so good. But you get the idea. You can have so much fun with this. And the great thing about it too is, because you're a Boost Mobile customer and you're not trapped in a contract, again, you can upgrade phones whenever you want. You have 60 days to activate. You can keep your same phone number. And the other thing about this phone that we love, that really sets it apart, this is hotspot capable. So you can use this to power with Wi-Fi the other devices in your life. So if you have a tablet, a Samsung tablet, an iPad that you want to have Wi-Fi service on in the car, this will power that and give it Wi-Fi.
Another reason to buy.
Without a $50 monthly fee like some of the carriers expect you to pay. That is included as a Boost Mobile customer. And again, no contract. You're never obligated. If you don't love the service, you're not leasing this phone. You own it outright.
Right.
And Marlo and I were talking before the show. We dare you to compare. If you go and look for the Samsung Galaxy J7 flagship phone, one of the
Shop
prettiest
it.
phones
Shop
ever,
it.
no one beats us.
Yeah,
no one can beat us.
Shop it on the market. Our price is $149.95, but look at everything that we're including. Out the gate, you get the $35, okay? So already you're gonna get that on the phone. We give you the card charger. We give you the cover. You just choose the color that you love. If you want the pink, it's the most limited. The clear one we're calling Frost. We've got the black and the blue. We even give you the earbuds, although I would upgrade those to our today's special, of course, because they're wireless.
You can gift those maybe to the kids.
Or keep them on standby, you know, just in case. And then look at everything else. So just the 1 month of the Boost Mobile with the phone would cost you $234. Why would you pay almost double the amount of money when you could buy it with us and get it at home for under $30 plus tax? The photo voucher, $50 value. Let me quickly tell you what that is. That is a voucher that you absolutely need to keep because it will give you a chance to send in a photograph, and you can have something like a mouse made or a
Gallery
mug.
wrapped canvas for your wall.
Yes.
Because the pictures you take with your Samsung Galaxy J7 will be that pretty. You'll want to do something with them, make great photo
So
gifts.
that's like a $50 gift that's included. And there's even more, guys. There's Splash ID 1-year subscription. There's an apps that are already built in. I mentioned the case and the car charger and the stylus that comes along with it. Even a voucher to Vudu, that's going to be a great service so you can even watch movies like what we're doing, okay? Customer pick, almost 9,000 have been ordered. Final quantities. If you want it, get it at home. Maybe for you, you've thought about maybe upgrading. Some of you still have the flip phones, or you have some of the smaller versions of the smartphones. And you just have said, no, I don't need one of those newer upgrades of phones. Believe it or not, they're so much easier to use.
Sure, they're so easy.
And we should demonstrate that for everyone, because...
So check it out. This is the latest operating system from Google. This is Marshmallow. So it doesn't get any more cutting edge. This is the easiest, as you said. And you have that digital personal assistant built right in. You can either wake it up by saying, okay, Google, what is the weather like today?
Today's forecast for St. Petersburg is 88 degrees and partly cloudy.
Okay, so that's really helpful. Do I need an umbrella? What's the weather going to be like? How should I dress? This is what you touch when you wake up in the morning. This is your alarm clock. This is how you start your day. This is how you get to work to make sure traffic conditions are okay.
Sure.
It is the device that we use more than any other device. Don't you want the nicest one possible? Check this out. Okay, Google, send a text message to Marlo Smith.
Text Marlo Smith, sure. What's the message?
Hey, Marlo, exclamation point. I think that denim jacket you're wearing today is hot. Smiley face.
Literally.
Literally. Smiley face.
Got it. Do you want to send it or change it?
Send it.
Okay.
I gotta take it off before I have a Hillary
Because you're
moment.
fanning yourself, yeah, right? It's a really cute jacket, though, and literally hot. But look at this. I didn't even have to touch anything on my screen. I was able to use the power of my voice to send a text message, to find out how much to tip at dinner, to ask it questions. Google is there for you, and the power of Google is right at your fingertips. If you want to take the pictures and upload them instantly to social media, you're going to have the availability to do that right in the palm of your hand. If you want to shoot high-definition video that's 1080p, that looks so magnificent and spectacular and like some of the best video you have ever seen in your entire lifetime, this is going to be the way you do it. We talked about this being a high-definition screen. It looks almost three-dimensional. Look at the bright saturation of colors here. Look at how beautiful this is. This is a Super AMOLED, the nicest screen we offer, 5.5-inch touchscreen, nearly a half-foot of screen. And yet, to Marlo's point, and I'm really glad you pointed this out, it's still a really sleek, sophisticated device. It's not clunky just because of that big
not at
screen
all.
size. It really feels super high-end. This is top-tier, upper echelon technology. And now we can all finally afford it. That's what we love about
it's
it.
true, and it's so pretty in the white. Most of the phones are, have the black. This is one of the only ones that have the nice white design. So it's a really great phone.
So
again, I
beautiful.
personally love it. I selected this as my host pick. If I were buying it, if I were buying any phones, and we offer a lot of nice phones here at HSN, this is just my personal preference. I think it's wonderful. We're gonna head to our phone lines. This is a perfect time for you to shop if you'd like to grab it. Pink is sold out, by the way, so we still have the black, blue, and the frost case. But Jennifer from California ordered the phone. Hey, Miss Jennifer, it's Marlo and Lori.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Thank you.
I'm doing great. I'm not very good at I didn't grow up in the computer era, so
Sure.
I'm not very good. But I think that I can get rid of my iPad
You know what?
if I get with this phone, and I can save money on my iPad.
You
yeah.
You might be able to. It certainly can do the majority of things that you're going to be able to do with your iPad.
I think it does more, actually.
Yeah. How do you mainly use your iPad? Do you use your
I
gaming?
mainly use it for Facebook and Google.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you
can
won't
do
be
all
able.
of
Yeah,
that.
you won't be able to Facebook with this because Facebook. Not Facebook. I thought she was I thought FaceTime.
Oh, well, you can Skype.
Yeah, but yeah, you can
Skype with it.
Skype and you can certainly
Facebook is right here.
you can Facebook
Yeah.
with it for sure. You can do all of
And
that.
I can't do the navigation thing on my iPad.
Yeah, you're right, but you can do it with your phone. You're right, Miss Jennifer.
I think that this is going to be one of the best purchases I've ever made.
Oh, I think so
you're gonna
too.
love it.
Oh my God.
I can't wait to get it. I'm so excited.
Will you please let us know? I mean, obviously we're here all the time. I'd love to talk to you again once you get it at home to see what you really think.
Oh, I sure will, because it's going to be a challenge for me to learn how to do everything.
It's very similar to what you're used to. I mean,
Yeah, I
if you're
think
used to a
so.
touch screen already, it's still apps. It's very similar to that, Jennifer. Very
Well, I
similar.
think I'm going to give my iPad to my granddaughter.
Oh, she'll love that.
And I'll tell you what, have her teach you how to use the Android, because again, very
You know what?
similar,
She
and
taught
kids
me how to
always
use
know how to
iPad.
do
She's
it.
8 years old.
Oh yeah, they're
They're
experts.
so smart at this stuff. So
Oh,
smart.
Yeah, I will call you back and let you know.
Please do.
Yeah, I think you made a wise choice, Jennifer, and thank you for
I
shopping.
do too. I'm excited. I can't wait to get it.
Thank you. Have
Thank
a
you
beautiful
so
day. We're going
much.
to get it right out to you. Bye-bye. So what a great point.
Isn't that
She's
great?
right. You really can. And certainly a lot easier, a lot more portable because of the scale and the size of this. Well, we've got 5 minutes remaining on the clock. If you want in, I believe probably in 2016, that this has probably been one of our best-selling phones. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think so. Lowest price in the nation. Shop it. I'm going to show you that if purchased separately once again. Dare to compare, because you are not going to find a better value. We're going to start from the very beginning because we have time. You own this phone, which is nice because when you go into a traditional store, number one, you're going to be sticker shocked.
Oh my gosh, hundreds of dollars to get a phone with these specs. Hundreds and hundreds upon hundreds of dollars.
I don't see how they justify why those phones are so expensive.
And then they trap you in a 2-year contract typically.
Right.
And the leases. You know, a lot of us, I leased a phone.
Oh, I know, I
For
did too.
2 years, that's not nearly as nice as this.
Right.
I didn't have cameras like this. I didn't have the screen that this has. I didn't have an octa-core processor.
And you can't upgrade.
No, I mean you're
to
stuck for 2 years.
Yeah, to upgrade, then they sign you
bad.
to another 2 years.
Yeah,
so
they're
it's
like, sorry.
Yeah, they put kind of handcuffs on you. With this, you've got total freedom because remember, there is no contract that you sign. There is no credit check. You call, you own this phone, so which is wonderful. You can keep your existing phone number. There are no hidden fees, but my favorite part is the unlimited. I mean, we've got enough to worry about in life.
Sure.
You don't unlimited talk, text, and data.
No matter what plan you choose. And the plans start as little as $30 a month. If you put it on a major credit card with reoccurring payments, it drops down to $25 a month. Now, if you love data and you want to use a lot of data portably in the car,
Right.
a lot of us just use Wi-Fi when we're in the house or we're at work. So you only need the 1 gig that you get with a $30 plan.
See, for me, I'd get the $50 plan.
I would too, because I use it in the car
Yeah,
all the
and I use
time.
mine a lot too.
Yeah, for sure.
But $50 compared to some of you might be paying $89 a month for your cell
True.
phone, and you might not have unlimited, and you're still paying the $89.
Right, and that actual plan goes down to $45 if you put it on an auto pay. So that
Which,
makes it
yeah,
even
you
more
just
affordable.
put on your debit card or
And
credit
then
card.
think about too, you can actually add family members to this plan. So
Really?
you can add up to 4 family members. Look at the street view I'm doing. Is this crazy? So you can actually add up to 4 family members, and if you're doing that unlimited high-speed data plan, they can join you for only $30 each.
Incredible.
$30 each, up to 4 family members. So get additional J7s and add your family to this plan to save everybody money. My husband and I were spending over $100 each per month.
Wow.
With our previous phone that wasn't even a fraction as nice as
Yes.
this. I mean, when I say I'm passionate about the J7 and the features and how great it is, please read the customer reviews
Yeah,
too.
that's what I would do.
Because customers love this phone for good reason. It's gorgeous. It's the nicest one we've ever offered.
And it's so funny, oftentimes when I'm out to like some of the H's and outlet stores or I'm out and about, people will come up to me and say hi. And like, Marla, we can really tell when you like something. And I'm like, well, yeah.
Right? Hello.
Because, I mean, look, I am just like you. We've got a lot of wonderful products, but there are just some that, that you favor. And I just think it's a great quality product. I mean, when you compare it to a lot of different phones, again, I said at the beginning, I love the size of the phone, the colors. I mean, they're not all created equal. This is an amazing value. To Lori's point, the reviews are there for you to read them. You're getting it the lowest price ever. You don't even have to pay the full amount. You're looking at $29.99, and we ship this to you immediately, reminding you always pay the tax, but you can't wait. Over 9,000 now have been ordered, and we have just a little over 1,000. I believe our planners have this scheduled to sell out in the next day or so. So if you are not reserving it, you'll miss it. And we do have the lowest price in the country. I'm going to show you that if purchased separately once again. We'll talk about the coverage.
Yes, this is awesome coverage.
And we'll also demo for you, but now is a great time for you to select it. So $234.99. That's why we've been saying compare it. Our price $149.95. So we're far lower than most people out there. And then we give you all the extras. So another $50 in the photo voucher, and then the Splash ID, another $20, and the apps, and the Voodoo voucher. So you can watch your movies in the case, and the charger, and the stylus. So it is, you can't beat it. You cannot beat this value. But again, we're on the last curve before this is all gone, and you don't want to miss it. I don't know if we'll be able to bring it back at this price, but I think you'll love it. And it's a wonderful way for you to be able to gift a phone. You know, you don't often think about gifting a cell phone because you're tied to a contract and there's some measures. With this, it's complete freedom, which we love.
Oh, we do love this. I mean, no contract, no credit checks, no overage fees. You're never obligated. There's no risk whatsoever. Try Boost Mobile, see what you think. We're including more than a free month of service because the service now starts at only $30. We're loading you up with $35, so that's going to go into your second month, actually, and cover your first month completely. But here's what we love about it. This is the Sprint 4G LTE nationwide network. So it's serving over 225 million customers already. So it's a stable, reliable, secure network. And basically, we've got a great little tool at hsn.com under Samsung J7. So if you look up the item number or just go search it on hsn.com, there's a handy little zip code tool. You can put your zip code right in to make sure the service is perfect in your area. One of the other things, somebody asked me about the picture that's my screensaver. Where did Lori Leland get the screensaver on her Samsung Galaxy J7? It's a picture I took in my yard. That's a leaf and a picture I took in my yard. I just wanted you to know that.
Very nice.
And then also Grip It ring stands. I meant to tell you that. It's a great, secure, safe way to hold on to your phone. That's how I always hold my larger screen
And we've
phones.
been providing you with that item number at the bottom of the screen. Lori, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I want to thank all of you for ordering the phone. Please continue to shop as we still have it available for you. But you hear us mention some of the advantages of owning the HSN card. We'd love to tell you more about that now.
Who knew a little piece of plastic could be so much fun? Now, when you apply for the HSN card, instantly get $10 off. It's all about you. Extra flex on the things you love. Now, when you use your HSN card, you get extra flex all day, every day on all jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases. Plus, no interest VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, all with no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
I'm Joy. I'm a mother, that's first and foremost. I'm curious, always curious. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I'm an inventor. So when I'm designing product, it's all about making everyday life simpler. I guess that's just how I look at things. I find a lot of inspiration from just living my everyday life. And I think, boy, every day's a gift. Make joyful discoveries every day.
Signature Club A is the world's largest beauty classroom. We teach women about all the new innovations, like cosmeceutical capsule. We do it with vitamin C. We do it with argan oil from Morocco. We do it with the lifting, tightening, firming platinum line. Every woman wants to look like herself, but better. That's Signature Club A.
Thank you very much for being here at HSN. My name is Marlo Smith, and this is Bill Duggan. Bill is one of our electronic experts, and we were just kind of chatting. Our last innovation event, and this is kind of a preview of what's going to be happening throughout the weekend, was a couple of months ago, and we launched a lot of new products in our innovation event, which is what we're going to be doing not only today, but all weekend long. One of the newer products that we launched in our last one was called this M-Cable, and I want you to see it, okay? Because you guys have all heard of like HDMI cables. Well, this is not. This is an advanced, I'm going to reference it as a smart cable. That's what my director, Rebecca, called it. She called it a smart cable, and it is. And let me tell you what it does. You can see the gold stars at the top. It is already a customer pick. It's a 6-foot cable, but what it does in essence is it will enhance the quality of your television screen and what you are seeing. And here's an example. If you have a 480 or a 720p high definition screen, it will enhance it so that the image that you're seeing looks like it's 1080p. If you have a 1080p television or 1080p high definition screen, it will enhance it to almost, not quite, but almost 4K. If you have a 4K TV, it is going to sharpen and enhance that image of your 4K TV. So can you go to the local Mart stores to get this? No. This cable is a very different, very sophisticated cable. It's the type of technology, they call it Technicolor. It's kind of sophisticated, but basically it's used worldwide in the processing of Hollywood films. It's used in the film industry. So it's a specialized cable, but for the $100 that you spend on this cable, instead of spending a few $100s buying a new television or a few $1,000s buying a new television, with one quick cable, you automatically are going to dramatically enhance the picture quality. And if you don't want to take our word for it, you can go online and you can read those unedited customer reviews. Right out the gate, this became a customer pick. People love it. It is with free shipping and handling, and it's $24.99. So this is very interesting because I think a great majority of the people don't realize that not all HDMI cables are equal. There are the HDMI cables that cost $10, for example. All right, that's not what this is. And when you look at it, and I'll hold it up close, you can tell that it's very different from what you normally see.
And the thing is, it's not even just the gold tips that are right there. It's actually what's in the tip itself, because there's a microchip that's in there. A microchip that allows you to do that up conversion. Because as Marla was talking about, those standard HDMI cables out there, they're just a plug and play experience. What you plug it into, it's gonna mirror what it comes out the other side. So if you wanna upgrade it, if you wanna take that high definition cable box, which we pay for on a monthly basis, and by the way, high definition cable comes in at 720p. So if you have a 1080p, you're not even getting the highest quality. If you have a 4K television, you're still getting 720 dots per square inch P. But when you plug in the Mersai cable, the M cable, it goes from 720 to 4K. It's kind of like saying you plug in a black and white and then you get high definition Technicolor. And as Marla was talking about, why is this cable so popular? It's a simple solution.